be talking really quiet because my throat is hurting right now. Just like the top of it. Probably because of all the, medicine, the nasal spray. And it made me cough really hard. So it just irritated it a little bit. I also just haven't been using my voice, so it sat there and got gradually more irritated without use. So using it is obviously gonna hurt. Alright, let me fix this up. Okay. I also just haven't been using my voice, so it sat there and got... I just had to take a shower to freshen up to see you tomorrow, and I also just needed a reset. I'm gonna cancel this. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, I'm gonna ask you if you want me to talk about it all right now, or if you want to save it for a later time, or if you want to save it till tomorrow. And there's a way you can respond to me. If you would like me to talk about it, leave the stream for like a minute or two, and I'll see a drop in the viewer count, and then come back. And when I see you come back, I'll talk about it. If you don't want me to talk about it all right now, just keep watching. I'll watch the viewer count for a few minutes, because it doesn't instantly update. But, yeah. I love you so much. And I'm trying to figure out how to say this all in the most black and white way possible without being like, oh, I was a victim, oh, I was a this, oh, I was a that, oh, she's the bad guy. I'm just going to attempt to tell you the truth fully as it is. So, I'm gonna ask you if you want me to talk about. I'm trying to figure out how to say this all in the most black and white way possible without being like, oh, I was a victim, oh, I was a this, oh, I was a that, oh, she's the bad guy. I'm just going to attempt to tell you the truth fully as it is. Alright. I saw you leave and come back, so let me go back and make sure I have my timeline of events in the right order. You might hear the stream in the background because I was listening to when I said it to watch you leave and rejoin. Sorry about that. Okay. Going to find my DMs with Landon. I don't have the DMs with Quinn anymore because I blocked her. Okay, so from what I can recall, wait, let me check the date. One last thing. So, okay, so April 19th, we hadn't been able to talk for about a month because something had happened on your end, and for one reason or another, you couldn't get to the phone, or what's her name, Anna didn't give you the phone, and this was just following my birthday. So I had become fairly depressed and was really, really longing for a connection with you, just getting you back. And during this time, Quinn and I had been messaging fairly regularly, just little things like sending each other reels and just talking relatively consistently. And what day was... Give me 1 second. On the 13th, so this was about a week before, I went to the fair. I forget what it was, but I went there with Derek and his girlfriend at the time and one of her friends. And while we were there, we bumped into Quinn, who was there with her friends. And at this point, we had been talking somewhat regularly, and so we were like decent friends, yeah? And so I hang out with Derek and what's her name? Whatever, his girlfriend and her friend for most of the time. But Derek gets very motion sick. So eventually they all got hungry and Derek got motion sick, so they all found a place to sit down and eat some food. And at that point, I wasn't hungry or motion sick, so I texted Quinn and met up with her to hang out. Because at this point, it was just, in my head, it was just fun, friendly hangout with my friends. And one of her friends, Lillian, was one of my friends in culinary as well. And it was Quinn, Lillian, and her girlfriend. So we go around the fair and we have some fun, just riding rides, being jackasses or whatever. And we go on to that like slingshot one or whatever. Not slingshot, but it's got 3 arms, and at the bottom of those arms is a bench where a few people can sit down on the bench, and then the 3 arms spin while the benches spin as well. So you're like spinning really fast and you're getting like all shoved to the side. And so Lillian and her girlfriend went on one, and then Quinn and I went on the other. And this was all just like relatively fine, and Quinn kept like apologizing and like way too much, and I thought it was a bit off. Because in my head, it was just, oh yeah, it's just among friends. I don't really care. Physical touch is just like a thing. It's gonna happen. I don't know why she's like so flustered and about it and stuff, so like apologetic. And so later I was showing her something on my phone because we were standing in line, and she got like really up close to me and like basically rubbed her body up onto my arm. Rub, well, to be frank, her tit up on my arm, but not like in a like a oh I'm rubbing it on you kind of way, just like in a oh I'm being really overtly friendly with you kind of thing. And that caught me really off guard, and I took a step back, and I continued showing her whatever the fuck I was showing her. I think it was like an Instagram reel or something. And so later on, I think Lillian's girlfriend went home, and Quinn, Lillian, and I all rode on the carousel together. That's what it is, right? The big spinning one that takes you up really high. And so we were just pretty much yapping. And Quinn kind of high-key trauma dumped on me. And it was a bit weird. But I just figured, oh, we're just friends. This is just what we do. And so after that, everyone went to Cane's. But Quinn was flat out broke, and I'm like my friends call me the fucking loan shark, because if someone doesn't have enough money to get something to hang out with the group, I'll get it for them. I'm in a more fortunate position they are. So in my head, it just makes sense. Yeah, I'll get it for them. So we all went to Cane's, but Quinn didn't have any money, so I got her a something, or I like halved my meal with her, something like that. And she kept like doing those baby doll eye things, like, oh, you love me, oh, thank you love me. But she was saying it in like, or I took it as like a platonic, like, oh, this is just how she says, oh, thank you very much, I'm really happy about this. And then a week later, on the 19th, I was out getting food, probably. Yeah, I was out getting Whataburger with all the boys: Stuart, Landon, Jordan, Elias, Justin. And I was really fucking out of it because I was really depressed and I missed you a lot. And so I texted Quinn because she was just like my go-to person, because Landon was there, but he was talking with Justin. But she was saying it in like shit. He was talking with Justin. Stuart was there, but he was talking with Jordan and Elias about some technology shit. So I texted Quinn. I didn't have an appetite. I got food but didn't really eat it. I felt like I was gonna puke. I missed you a lot. And so Quinn was texting me and basically was like, Alright, will you tell me everything that happened from the start between you two? So, I gave her a relatively shortened version of everything that had happened up until that moment. And Quinn said something to the effect of, "That's not a relationship, that's a trauma bond." And I felt sick. And then I started questioning, like, what if it is? What if this love is just safety we find in each other? What if I was wrong? What if this? What if that? And I got really scared. And Quinn kept talking to me, trying to get me not to have a panic attack. But I think she failed pretty miserably at that. So, I get home. I go to my room. The twins are off doing some jack shit, as they always are with Elias. And so I'm in my room trying not to throw up. And she lets me know, like, at a point we were talking about it all, and I was, like, so torn up about it. And I'm not trying to say this in a way that's like, oh, feel bad for me. I was this, I was that. But I was very torn up about it. I was very scared. I was very anxious. And in this time, Quinn confessed that she had feelings. She said, "I have a tiny crush on you. Actually, maybe it's not so tiny. I don't know. So I just want what's best for you." And so at that point, I was so desperate for connection. I said, "Me too." And that right there was my fatal mistake, and I think about it so much all the time. I said, "Me too, just a tiny one." Word for word. And that, I'm so sorry. I don't know that I'll ever be able to make that up. At this point, I end the conversation, and I go to Landon sobbing, wipe up my tears, walk in where they all are, and, "Landon, I need someone to talk to right now." So he drops everything and comes and sits outside and talks to me. I'm sitting there sobbing, catching him up on what Quinn and I talked about and what I was feeling at the moment, longing for the connection with you, what Quinn had said to me, that feeling of what if it's just trauma, what if it's not actually love. And he talked me through it, and then there was a point where I just stopped crying. I stopped being angry. I stopped being anxious. I stopped being happy. I stopped being sad. It was like a switch went off in my system. It gets a little foggy after that because I'm guessing I hard dissociated from my feelings. No, I don't say that's an excuse. I just want you to know that I believe that's what happened. From here, I'm going to use my Discord messages with Landon as a recollection of what happened. Let me pull that back up, please. But I literally felt that switch happen, and I said, "Landon, I think that right now I'm not feeling anything. I think I dissociated from my emotions." And one second. Hello? Hello? Sorry. Okay. So, don't really remember what we ended our conversation on, but I think after I dissociated, I just kind of wrapped up the conversation, went back to my room, and just went to sleep. And so from here on, I'll read through the messages. So Landon texts me at 10 a.m. saying, "Hey, are you okay? Are you still feeling yourself?" I respond at 11, which I believe is when I woke up. "Yeah, still feel a little numb." He said, "We'll probably feel that way for a while. Don't take that as an excuse to bottle it though. One way or another, you gotta feel those feelings, but do it healthily." I said, "Yeah, also still feel sick." Len said, "Could never go wrong with more pills. Just take it easy today." I assume that meant Zofran. I then text around 3 o'clock. Right. Um, Quinn and I wanted to hang out. I said as friends. I remember making it very clear we are going to hang out as friends, nothing more. I remember making that so very clear. That's like one of the few things I remember was making it clear that we were going out as friends right then. Because at that point, I hadn't talked to you. So, no matter if I wanted to be with her at the moment or not, I wasn't going to do it until I talked to you. I remember that. So, Quinn and I were gonna go watch like the fucking Minecraft movie or something because she hadn't seen it yet and it was big and I had seen it with all my friends and stuff like that. So I texted Landon at 3 o'clock, "Are you busy tonight? You want to grab a meal or something?" Uh, was looking for an excuse to get out of the house and maybe hang out with Quinn. And then he just yaps about college and saying that he can manage some time. And then just an extension of that. And then Landon's just like, "Alright, scare her though. Make sure she gotta like pass the Big Brother test. Play me up as some terrifying raid boss or something, like as a joke." So Quinn and I go out and watch the movie. At one point during the movie, I think she laid down on my arm, and I felt in my gut it was wrong, but I laid down back onto her. And in my, like, in my head, it wasn't Quinn I was laying on, it was you. In my head, it was you I was laying on, not Quinn. I don't know why I continued doing it. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. But sorry doesn't fix everything. So, we finish the movie, and we get in the car, and I go to drive her home. And then we're almost there. Wait. I'm trying to get the timeline of events in my head right. Okay, so Quinn was talking about how she hates being at home because her parents yell at her and scream at her all the time. And so we're on the way home, and she said her curfew was 9 o'clock. And I said, okay, well, if you really don't want to be home, I could go and get some food with my brothers and you can just tag along if you'd like. And she was like, okay, that sounds fun. Yeah, I'd like that a lot. So I start driving her up to Huntsville, which is where my brothers were, and we go to Canes there. But on the way there, we were listening to 21 Pilots and Fall Out Boy. Specifically, Holding On to You, Migraine, and Jetpack Blues are the ones I remember. Because those are the ones she said that she liked a lot. And while we were singing to the songs, I was a bit uncomfortable. And she took my right hand as I was driving, and held my hand all the way there. And I just let it happen. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. And then we get to Canes, and we walk in. She was holding my hand all the way to Canes, and then let go when we saw my siblings. So I run over there, catch up with them, and then we go inside and get our food. And she sits next to me, and we're just talking with my brothers. I don't think anything eventful happened. And then we all left. And I brought her home. She took my hand while I was driving again, and Scream sung some of the songs she really loved. This is where it gets really fuzzy. So that was on the 21st. The 22nd, I genuinely don't remember much. I think the next day we talked for a while, but I texted Landon here, 10:30 p.m. Need to yap. He said, like yap or like yap real shit. I said, I still feel like I'm dreaming. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna wake up and it goes back to how it was. My brain keeps screaming at me that this is wrong. I think I've been dissociated for a while now. Have blocks of today lost to memory. He said, think that what is wrong? I said, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I just want it all to be over. He says, your decision with Lav or like everything in general? I said, everything, but the decision triggered it. He says, oh, okay. So I was playing Marvel Rivals before this on call with Quinn. Just like on a Instagram call on my phone while I was playing the game. He says, how did you go from chilling on call with Quinn to this? I said, been feeling it on and off all day. Shower rot just made me feel more. That's stupid. I said, call me World War I the way I bottle shit till I snap in response to the decision triggering it. That's stupid. He said, something you want to yap about on VC or just in text? Or is it something you need to yap about in person? He says, you have shit tomorrow. Or I say, you have shit tomorrow, so I'm not going to make you drive. He said, well, I could care less about that compared to you. If it's something you need, then I'd always be there, figuratively or physically. So again, if you need it, then please let me know. If you don't, I guess the question is if you want to message it to VC it. I said, excuse me. I probably could use IRL time, but I don't want to keep you up because final is shit. I ate some today. Got a shot for nausea as well. Right. Since that day, every morning I had woken up and gone to school, and I just felt like I was going to throw up. And I felt sick to my stomach every day that week. So I was talking to my parents about it, and I went to the fucking urgent care to get a shot for nausea because it wouldn't go away. Just straight nausea for 72 hours. Okay, so he says, on the way, I'll be on the way after you answer this. Actually, never mind, because I'll be asleep. Oh, never mind. See you at 11:05 to 11:10. So it's 11 o'clock at night on a school night, I think. No, it's a weekend. So he comes over, grabs me, and just we start driving. We have this route in the backwoods that we like to take, and it's really comforting. And we just yap about everything, whether I should or shouldn't, like, talk to you about possibly ending relationship or not. And I just am fighting with myself the entire time. We eventually decide to grab some food at Whataburger. I remember this. We head to Whataburger and we get in the drive-through. But when we get into the drive-through, we see like 2 school buses of football kids get off. And so we had to wait 2 fucking hours at like midnight to get our food. And so I talk to him for a while, and then I make my decision. What I'm doing is wrong. Fuck this. This isn't the life I want. I'm going back to Lav. Lav is my person. I don't know why I could think otherwise. I think what triggered it was my desperate yearning for connection with you, and Quinn could offer that physical connection I so desperately wanted. But that's it. Nothing more. Desperate, or not desperate. The physical connection isn't a relationship. That's just a want. It's not right. It's not me. So, I go home and I text Len in the morning, told her she's not responding, I think she's crying. 10 minutes later, she's really torn up about it all. Right. Because I was trying to let her down easy to say, like, hey, I'm not sure that I want a relationship. And then I finally just said, like, hey, I'm not comfortable with this. Oh, wait, shit, I screenshotted the text. I can read those out. Okay. He said, wouldn't be surprised, it doesn't have to be the end either. Even if she doesn't realize it yet, you being honest to both her and yourself saves so much potential pain down the line. Okay, so here's the messages. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to quote every single text Quinn and I had. There is one thing, though. She says, uh-oh. I say, I think I'm way too emotionally unbalanced right now to pursue a relationship. Can we put the talking stage on hold for a little? I still want to be close to you. I just can't do relationship. A few minutes later, hey, are you okay? She says, yeah, I just needed a minute. I say, I'm sorry. She says, it's okay, I understand. I say, I just don't think I can do a relationship right now with everything happening. Can we still be friends, though? She says, so do you still like me or what? I say, yes. And she says, do you still want to talk like we have been or no? I said, I just can't deal with my emotions healthily right now. I said, no, just as friends right now. And do we still want to talk? Maybe a flirt here and there. She said, okay, I think I need another minute. I'm sorry. I said, you're okay. Take all the time you need. No worries. She says, I feel sad and sick and I want to go home. Hello. Sorry, I fell asleep. Oh, I fell asleep. Right, because I stayed home because I was feeling so fucking sick over it all. I said, I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt you, but I also need to take care of myself so I don't hurt others later. She says, yeah, I know. It just sucks. I say that it does. She says, And I'm feeling hurt because we started talking like it, even though I kept checking and checking. I'm trying to understand and be understanding, but I have my own feelings too, you know. I said, I know. I'm sorry. It's genuinely my fault. And not because of how we were talking yesterday. I hope you understand this. Um, Lillian said not to take all this, and then it cuts off. Uh, Leon chose a name. Leon said not to take this all personally, but it's really hard. I say, I know it is. I'm sorry. Back to the conversation with Landon. I get why they're hurt, but it's not your fault either. If that's what you need to say to comfort them, then sure. But I don't want you believing that. I said, I'm having to lie a little bit to keep her stable. But nothing like terrible lie. She just wants to know that I still like her. Which I don't know myself that I do. But I just told her I do. He said, it is a thin line between giving comfort and giving false hope. I said, it is Icarus type shit. It's hard. He said, if you tread too far into the I still like you and once I'm ready we'll talk like this again, then it could get messy. I said, mm-hmm. He said, I'd do your best to avoid saying things will go how they were between y'all after you are more stable if you haven't already. I said, I have not said that yet. I've been avoiding it. He said, that in my opinion, you're not giving false hope yet, and it's good of you to comfort her. I'm just glad you found the courage to say it at all. Definitely isn't easy. It's not. About 3 hours later, he texted me, are you feeling less sick? I said, yes, I feel a lot better now. And I feel, like, awake. Like, there's a lens over my eyes that's finally gone. And then I asked him if he wants to play a video game or something later. And he couldn't because of D&D. Then he responded to the talking about, like, the lens over my eyes that's finally gone. He said, that's good to hear. I don't know if you're okay yet, but you're stable enough to make it there. I say, mm-hmm. I'm just going to stick it out with Lav. I'm going to try to stop worrying so much. He said, it's not as simple as stopping worrying. You need to reassure yourself that this is the person you should be sticking it out with. I said, I was going to say that I just forgot the word reassure. He said, good chance there is, but also a real chance it isn't, and knowing sooner saves you from more hurt. I said, I'm aware. He said, my advice is to make sure you can accept the possibility of him not being that person, because if you can't, then seeking reassurance in the first place is a self-fulfilling prophecy. I say, I'd love to say that I can accept it, but I don't know if I can. I'm just trying to be able to accept it, if that makes sense. He says, accepting doesn't mean being okay or content with it, just being able to live with it and put your needs and future first. I said, I understand, but I think I can accept it, but that won't mean I'll be happy about it in any way, shape, or form. He said, everything you planned for changes when you actually there having that convo, but I trust you follow your gut. For the time being, if you can help it, continue to not worry about it so much. It will be hard, but that's only because the payoff is greater than the cost. 10:24 p.m. From me. Hey, I've decided. Fuck any idea of being with Quinn romantically. Going back to Lav. I need to talk to him and reassure everything. I just went back in my camera roll, rewatched literally one video with Lav in it, and it made me realize whatever I have for Quinn is nothing compared to Lav. I'm just chasing short-term gratification. Can I be completely honest? A little TMI probably, but it's also, oh, I can't say that on YouTube. Just funny monkey brain going crazy and affecting my decisions due to my being out of whack due to stress. So we use it to cope with stress. And it was apparently out of whack due to it. And because of that, it was just affecting my decisions, and that on top of everything. He said, I see, and it ain't anything to be embarrassed about either. I said, I think I'm going to wear Lav's hoodie to school tomorrow. He said, "It's good that you're realizing this. That's why I kept saying that first night. It's all about how you decide to perceive it." I said, "Can you elaborate more? I'm dumb and tired." He said, "You probably dissociated during it. TLDR, my advice is always right, gra." I said, "Probably." He said, "Certainly." I said, "I just now need to find the least destructive way to let Quinn down." I think she's trying to get me to go back to her. Oh, this is a little later. No, this is just after. She's still like playfully flirting here and there. She also asked me what some of my favorite snacks are. She said she bought one of them for me. I've been slowly responding slower and slower, putting less effort into conversations. Like if I'm playing a game, I'll wait for it to be over to respond no matter how long it is. Stuff like that. Excuse me. He said, "You said that you didn't want anything romantic for the time being. If she's not respecting that, tell her. You already did the hard part. It should be as easy as, excuse me, saying something like, hey, I already said what I wanted. I already said I wanted to step away from that kind of talk for a while. Please respect that." I said, "Alright." She also keeps telling me how sad and insecure she's feeling. I think she's, conscious or not, attempting to manipulate me into coming back. He said, "That's likely, but you would have been right to shoot her down and not attempt to comfort her or maintain a relationship like you did. It's very likely she's feeling the way you felt a few days ago when you broke away. And maybe it's wrong of her to feel that way, but it is wrong of her to go against your direct wishes." And I respond to, "Possibly true." Just like to the two parts of that thing he said. And then he said, "Set your boundaries, and if she keeps overstepping them, that should be enough justification for even your over considerate ass." I say, "Hey, rude." Like as a joke, because he's insulting me lightheartedly. I say, "Will do. Well, if that's it, good night." So I then texted him the next day. So Quinn was still sending me some like flirty reels or whatever. And I was helping someone in math during that time, so I wasn't paying attention to what she was saying. So the screenshot I have here, I said, "Sorry gang, was helping a girl in math." She says, "You know, bro," which is, I'm assuming, in something, she said something earlier. Then I responded to something she said earlier. Oh, she said like, flirty real, but she said as homies. And I said true or something like that. Then she said, "Indeed, love how that was the part you focused on. The as homies part." I said, "I'm distracted, gang. I'm sorry. Also, I'm not as comfortable with flirting as I thought, so yeah." "Okay." "Sorry, you good?" "No." So I sent that to Landon. And then he said, "Don't know much about that girl, but that seems like no way to be treating you. Like, even if she's hurt or upset, which I guess she has a right to be, it don't give her the right to be a dick to you. Because you're hurt and upset by it too, just not in the way she's used to seeing." She said, and I responded with, "She kept saying throughout the whole process she'd be okay if I didn't want a relationship. But she keeps driving in that's, oh, I missed a typo. She keeps proving that's a lie." He said, "Set your boundaries. If she doesn't respect them, that's that." I said, "I left her on scene after that, no." He said, "You've been giving more chances than you need. It's going to be messy. It's not supposed to be messy like that if both sides are genuinely respectful and on the same page." Then she texted me later. Quinn texted me later. "I don't know, dude. I'm trying, and sometimes things will be okay, and sometimes they won't, and it's confusing and hurtful. And I feel like you don't really care just about how things affect me, and just sucks. Just whatever." I said, "I do. I just don't know how to deal with relationships." She said, "Yeah, I get that." I said, "I do care for you. I just can't pursue a relationship with you." She said, "I know." I said, "I just hope you can accept and understand that." And then he said, "From my POV, quote, caring about things like that affect me, quote, is pretending to love her, which is bad for both of you." I said, "I care for her as a person, but not as a person I'd have a relationship with." He said, "And since you didn't cut her off or be a douchebag about it, she doesn't know how much you're doing to care, and it still, to care about how it affects her, because it still hurts and it was always going to. Because you could have so easily let it hurt her so much worse, not intentionally or maliciously, but just by not caring when you didn't have to, and it's unlikely you'll ever get that message through to her. I said, she keeps also trying to get up in my space and flirt with me IRL, and she keeps staring at me. He said, that's what boundaries are for. You've set those very explicitly yet? I said, and then I said, I was semi-okay with the flirting a few days ago, but since then I've backed off the flirting, and I finally said I'm not comfortable with it, and she's shut down now, crying. He said, don't let it affect you if you can help it. Staple manipulation, whether it's intentional or not, though I couldn't tell you. If I had to guess, under the assumptions that she fixates on people for need of physical relationships, she cannot bring herself to let you go, even though it's the best thing for you. But she's putting herself first. You're doing a bit of the opposite still. But you've made your feelings clear. You aren't responsible for making her hold on to hope as far as I'm aware, so you aren't responsible for her being hurt because she's not getting those things from you. I said, I'm talking to one of her good friends. So at this point, I'm texting Leon. And Leon was also texting me because we're friends outside of the relationship Quinn and I had, if you could call it that, the friendship we had. And so I was texting Leon like, hey, Quinn is very distraught about this. Can you help me try and figure out a way to let her down to where she's not going to kill herself or something? And so I made up a full paragraph. Hey, I'm sorry. I want you to know that I really do value our friendship and I want to still be close friends with you. I just don't think I feel the same way about you that you feel about me. And this weekend, I was heavily dissociated. And I think I was just doing something to try to distract myself. So I truly did enjoy it. It's just not what I want anymore. I want to stay as close friends. I just can't be in a relationship with you, at least for now. And then she told me that she thought I was leading her on because I would make jokes when I'm nervous, and those jokes were taken as flirting. And she flirted back, and I was more nervous, and it's just a cycle. So that's what happened with me, I guess. And then I said, well, it's done now. She's going to be torn up no matter what I do. He said, you did everything you could to make it easier on her while staying honest to yourself. That's the way you should have done it, and any resulting fallout is much better than any other route you could have taken. And then she texted me the next day at 2:28 p.m. I was just a distraction to you. No regard for my feelings or how anything would affect me. I'm not understanding why you said I love you, if this is all how you really feel. Why say it at all? Why'd you keep going back and forth? It's incredibly hurtful. I feel hurt. I said, I'm sorry. I don't remember saying that. I think I was dissociated and not in control of my feelings. That doesn't mean I don't value you. I just don't know what to do, and I don't remember most of it. She said, to be honest, that's not an excuse, and it's extremely upsetting. It was completely unprompted. I wasn't flirting beforehand. You said it. You used me, and I'm hurt. To this day, I do not remember saying I love you. I have a vague memory of the conversation she pointed to, and when I read it back, it was her like just talking about how sorry she felt for herself and that she wasn't worth anything. So I don't know if I said that out of feeling or if I said that out of trying to comfort her and make her feel like she's worth something. To that, I can't tell you. I don't know myself. Trying to see if anything else is relevant in our DM. Okay, this is the end of it. Landon said, that is unfortunate it ended that way. I can see why she might think that, but if she listened to what you said at all and truly understood what you were going through, then it would be manipulative on her part at this point. Again, I can't say which way it leans. I said, I've been talking to her friend, and she's basically saying that Quinn can't handle rejection for shit. And then I have a friend who's in her class and telling me about this, and apparently for like 2 weeks after I said that, Quinn like got a bunch of freshmen and sophomores. This was we were juniors, so a bunch of people younger, and was just talking shit about me and making people think I'm a shithead but she apparently never dropped my name. Landon said, guess that confirms everything. If that entire class decides to hate you now, which won't happen, it's so meaningless in the long run. Don't stress yourself about it. If she's got nothing better in her life than to talk shit because you tried being nice, then nothing will stick. And that was the end of the whole thing with Landon. Give me a second. I remember after this being told that Quinn turned tail and started telling these people that she was dissociated, and that I went up to her and I made advances on her and tried to take advantage of her for her body, which I can tell you confidently I did not do. And so, yeah. That's just about the whole story as I can remember it. I am not lying to you in any way, shape, or form. That's everything. So, yeah. After it came up earlier in our conversation, when you were like, we need to put a pin in this and talk about this later, I just felt like I literally went and texted Azzy because I talked to Azzy about this somewhat recently. Because it was when I went over to Azzy's house like last weekend or whatever. I think I told you about that. We sat there and talked about like exes and shit. And I talked about Quinn because it was just still tearing me up. And I'm not trying to like, oh, I still think about this, it tears me up, like I shouldn't have done that, you need to feel bad for me and comfort me. Yell at me, hit me, do whatever you want, be angry at me. I let myself slip. And for that, I don't know how I can atone. I'm sorry. I love you more than anything else in the whole world. Live Evergreen, I want to marry you. I want to live my life with you. I want to be buried with you. I love you so, so very much. I'm sorry. It feels good to finally have that off my chest. But it just hurts me because I don't want to lose you. And if you want to take a break from me, leave, whatever, I understand. I do. I am so sorry. And that doesn't mean shit. Just, if you want to leave, I understand. you want to stay, I don't understand. Just tell me how I can fix this, how I can make it right. If you're mad at me, be mad at me. Yell at me, throw things at me, punch me, hit me. I don't care. Just want you to know that you can have your emotions on this. Don't bottle them up. Don't just store them away. Tell me how you're feeling. Don't just mask them because you love me. Loved me. I don't know. I'm excited to see you tomorrow. But if you don't want to see me, update Spotify if you can. And if you don't, inside of JCPenney, yell at me to leave you alone. Tell me you don't want to see me. Tell me. Don't just let me be there if you don't want me there. I'm sorry. I don't know if you care to watch me play Dead by Daylight for a little bit or not. You should probably go to bed because you have to be up tomorrow for school. But you deserve to know this. You deserve to know where I faulted. Because if I don't tell you, then you don't know what I've done. I'm portraying myself as the best I can be without faults, without mistakes. And I'm not gonna let you be with someone who can't own up to their mistakes, who can't tell you if they did something. Honesty and communication are everything to me. So, I'm gonna try to go play some Dead by Daylight now. If you're mad at me and you want to leave, go ahead. If you don't want me to show up tomorrow, leave. It's okay. I won't. But I'm gonna go ahead and play DBD. And if you stay, which I don't know why you would, I'll show up and I'll keep it going. And I just be mad at me. Be angry at me, yell at me, something. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, talking made my throat hurt less. Whether you believe me or not, I am truly, deeply down to the very fiber of my existence. I am sorry for what I did. I don't even know if you're awake right now. It's like 11. I'm not crying because I'm trying to get an oh pity me, you should like pity me now and yada yada yada, feel bad for me so that you forgive me for my mistake or whatever. I don't know. I just want you to know I'm not trying to manipulate you in any way to feel bad for me. I don't know. Is that something I don't know. Okay. Holy, I got spun. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Hook. Yeah, I figured they'd be getting him on Hook. Hello, Miss Sybil. Ooh, you messed up. you like the stream? Like, put a physical like indicator on it. Does that mean that you're still okay with me? Ah, damn. Demo is lethal on the TL walls. If you liking the stream, if that was you liking the stream, am I taking that correctly? Unlike if it is you, unlike it if I am, leave it liked if I'm not, I don't know. All portals active now. Dumbass. I don't know. You're still okay? I don't deserve you. At all. I love you. Ah, damn. Whoa. Ah, shit, I have a Q stack. I'm dumb as fuck. Alright, sick. Barely popped that. I really don't deserve you, you know. Oh. Hi. Oh. Oh, I see you have Dance with me. So, see you at noon tomorrow. I guess. You're watching on your Switch, right? I think you are. I do remember you saying, like, I can watch your streams at night. It's my Switch so they can fuck off or something like that. Not locked. Oh, this tile fucking sucks, bro. Oh, you're dead. You're actually just dead. Unless I'm bad. Right. Wanted to save my coup stack? Oh well. Oh, you gave me the pellet. You're dead. Oh no! I gave her the pellet. It's over. Anyway, I win this tile like 9 times out of 10. Oh, with Bloodlust, fucked. 10 times out of 10, I win that tile. But I was telling Azzy it felt like there was just like bricks on my chest when when you mentioned it. Not when you mentioned it, when I called it out. And I started to think about it like, man, yeah, no, we haven't had this conversation yet. It felt like my chest was really tightened. And now that I've kind of let it all out, it's not as tight anymore. But I'm still gonna be anxious as fuck till I see you tomorrow and get to hear what you have to say. So, yeah. So, I have 2 weeks. How much money do I have? I might make on smart economical decisions. Because the skins in this pass are all so good. Okay, $98 right now. I put almost all of it in savings, and that's my spending money for the rest of this month. But I am owed some money right now, I think. So yeah. Alright. I want to play a fast-paced killer. I really wish there was any way we could communicate outside of yes and no, or like single answer questions through like and dislike. Or not like and dislike, like and unlike. Oh, excuse me. I don't want you up to be too late, so I'll show up tomorrow. If you get to the point where you're tired and you need to sleep, leave stream and go to sleep. Jeez, my eyes itchy. Hi, Dwight. Alright. So load first down. I'd prefer not to get you on a Scourge Hook right now if I can. That's okay. Oh, barely missed. Why am I seeing your aura? Grim Embrace. No. Barbecue. No. I have an add-on. Jeez, I suck at Blight. Okay, you're just dumb. I'm gonna go ahead and pop you on a Scourge Hop. That it bumps down this. Okay, information. You have a gen higher level. Right there, over there. So I'm gonna leave you. Head over this way. To Carlos. Hi! Jump scare. Okay, they got a rune in here. It's a survivor perk. They can bless a totem to give survivors near it special abilities. You're going basement, big boy. If you ever hear just like random like audio stopping and replaying, it's probably from me alt tabbing to see like analytics of the stream. Pop. And to Tori. Alright. Should have probably ignored the pallet, but fuck it, wee ball, I'm not sweating. Couldn't quite make that hit, so I ended it early. Wha-bam. I believe that gen progressed to stop these two over here. There used to be a tech called Butterblight where you'd be able to slide around shit. They removed that a long time ago, I guess. Dude, what am I bouncing on? Oh, I don't want to tunnel you. I'll just give you a slap and leave you alone. Yeah, you're going for the save. No bump. I should have ran you the other way so you'd run into that dead zone over there. Hello? What'd I get stuck on? I'm just gonna put you on this side. Okay, whatever, Tori. I'm sorry. It's not you, it's me. Short swing, I make that. Oh, no. She has good ping. Ooh, good dodge, good dodge. How much ping? 28. Yeah, damn, she has good ping. Good shit. How much ping do I have? 49. Ah, shit, they're doubling up that gen way back there. They're gonna pop that fucker. Yeah, shit. Alright, you're Death Hook, I think, Carlos, so I'm gonna get you the fuck out. Because you're not that great at the game. Try to... Okay. Nobody's around, I don't think. Alright. Yeah, I figured you'd be on this gen because I saw you walking away from mid. I'm gonna go and pop that gen and then come back to you, Dwight. Shark Pelt's down, yeah? Yeah, you're done. Okay. Alright, GG's. I'm gonna go use the restroom really quickly. I'll be back in a moment. Hi, I'm back. Getting up and going to the bathroom made me realize how cold my feet are. So, I went and grabbed some socks, and actually they're the socks that you gave me in freshman year. So, if you're okay with me wearing them, I'm gonna put them on. Will you like the video so I can like see if that's an okay or not? That sounds stupid. If you're mad at me and you don't want me to do this, I don't want to be doing it against your will. And to make sure. I actually prefer to wear them inside out because it has this like inseam on top of where the toes go, and one of my least favorite textures ever, feelings ever, is that inseam on the inside of socks. It annoys me at a high hell. Oh shit, I don't have a build. Hot Starva, save me. Okay. Socks are on. Corrupt barbecue. Okay. I don't like that a lot. Dredge builds. DDD. Okay. Don't love Surge, but we ball. Alright, let's see how this goes. Will you answer this question by changing the like on the video? You still love me? You're still wanting to keep things going with me? If yeah, change the like. If no, leave it liked. Can you please just answer that question, because I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight if you don't. Just need an answer. I love you. I love you so much. I'm sorry, I'm a mess right now. I love you. I won't let anything like that happen ever again. I swear. I don't know what to say other than I love you. Ah, fuck, you have finesse. Ah, shit. I didn't want to. Fuck! I just wanted to injure you. My perk, Corrupt Prevention, it blocks the 3 furthest generators away from me for 120 or 90, I can't remember, seconds at the beginning of the trial, so that Cerberus can't do it, or until I get it down. And he let me grab him off the totem, so I downed him, which canceled Corrupt. Part of the reason why I'm not too fond of Corrupt on chase-oriented killers. Okay, I don't know what that was. The start is going fairly decently, but this game can still be lost in an instant. Okay, I saw Quentin. Hey, bud. So, Dredge has a power that's split into two parts. When you hold right click, you charge a teleport. With the teleport, you can teleport to lockers. You have up to 3 teleports at a time. So you can teleport 3 times in one go. And when you hold that charge to teleport, you leave behind a little like shadow called a remnant. And if you don't teleport, and that remnant stays there, you can go back to the remnant. So that's like your anti-loop power. And then the survivors can lock the lock on a locker, which is unique to this killer, to make it to where whenever he teleports to them, it takes him longer to come out. But if they lock it at a poor time, I can just go bam, and it's broken. So this killer is relatively weak due to being reliant on RNG of where the lockers spawn. And then whenever he teleports and or injures a survivor, he builds up Nightfall. And Nightfall turns everything to night and makes it super difficult for survivors to see. And that what you saw there when they were glowing is Nightfall. And Dredge is fairly quiet and is very dark, so it makes it fairly difficult for survivors. If you catch them off guard, then it's really easy to get them. He's a pretty cool killer, just not very strong. But yeah, see, like, this entire area of the map I can't teleport in. Oh yeah, Nightfall also speeds up his teleport significantly. Alright, she's just W keying, which is honestly good for her. Alright, so she lost the 50-50 there. Hi, Richie. Where you going there, bud? You go shack? Sounds good to me. Ah, shit. Little dumbass. There's someone working on that gen over there, but I think I can let that one go relatively safely. So get that down there, which surges that gen. Pick you up. Those two healed. So, no shot. She got in the locker for some reason. No, she tried to lock it while I was teleporting to it, and I got her. No way. I think I've only ever done that like one time before. Poor girl. Wait, watch this. This is gonna be a crazy play. Trust. Fucker didn't expect that. The downside of charging the teleport is it does make you slightly slower. So survivors are faster than you, I think. They might not be faster than you, but they are significantly faster. Oh yeah, that's what happens if they put the lock on the locker. No, fuck you. You're not going to this. Ugh, they're just holding W and there's nothing I can do about it other than hold W myself. Which is unfun. Yeah. Dredge has a perfect counter to that, though. Excuse me. This is a really, really, really shit map. The dredge is not discolored the same way the survivors are, by the way. So the survivors can't see the dredge bright colored. And in their POV, they can only see like 5 to 10 feet around them. It's really dark. Alright, you're gonna go for this pallet here. No? No, you're just gonna take the worst path. Alright, that works. Alright, I'm gonna get a sloppy read on... Not sloppy, barbecue read. Where they're at. One there, one hiding. Seems about right. Oh, these lockers are so shit. This might just be a stalemate where they just fuck with me to waste my time. I don't know. I make that. I make that. I make that. Ah. I can worry, right? Little body horror, just 0 there. I guess it's not as bad because I have the doll skin on. Oh no, our Quentin's just stupid, I guess. Respectfully. From the beginning when I grabbed him off of a totem. Alright. I'm really tired and emotional right now. So, what I'll do is I'll play one more game and then get off and go to bed because you need to be up in the morning. And my eyes hurt a lot from crying and then locking in and then crying and then locking in. So who should I play? I'm sorry I'm quiet. You know, Breach hit #1 on stream, like record streams right now. Like of all time, but of right now, Breach's #1 streamed album. Okay. This game is probably gonna go poorly. The only way to get better is to play them. What the fuck? Okay, there's someone in here. Nice try of stealth. Okay, so Fung isn't too good.
Just getting started.
Just because of my inability to know exactly how you feel right now, when we see each other tomorrow, I'm just gonna let you make the first move, whatever that may be. Is that okay? Oh, no. I clipped the wall. I ran into the wall. Alright. No, dude, hitbox! What? Oh. Sorry I yelled. That woke you up. Ugh. Holy fucking shit, I suck at this killer. But I'm not gonna get tilted. Okay, I might be getting a little tilted, but I'm just saying that because saying it then means holy shit. It keeps my mental up because I'm tricking myself.
7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Don't Papa Jim, don't Papa. Freak, yeah. Okay, there's 2 over there, 1 over here. Boo. Okay. Ah, shit. Nice. I'm gonna walk back this way and hook you on the Scourge.
Playtime is over.
Whoa! Holy lag. Okay, this is fine now. I'm just gonna keep Scourge hooking. Okay, so Nia's down there. Dwight is injured back here, so I can't give up that gen right now. I can't give up that gen. Ah, shoot. Barely short.
Too bad you won't.
Nice. What's your ping? Oh, 220. That's why I did. That's why I made that. I'm sorry. Higher ping equals bad. For the person with higher ping. There's two people over here. Healing. Yep. The other one is running to a gen. Ah, shit. Okay. We can deal with that. Alright, this is... Alright. This is chillin'. This is chillin'. Okay.
Hard performance indeed.
Okay. I need a good pop read. This should be good. Yeah, I need to go to that gen. I know there's two people right there healing, but I can't give this gen up. I know it had some progress earlier.
Is that all you?
Okay.
You disappoint me.
She is fully infected. Whenever you get hit by the, no way you make that. Okay. I was about to say, you are a legend if you make that. That infection meter on the left, on their character icon, fills up whenever you get hit by the bounds. And when it reaches full, then you get 4% slower until you remove it with the antidote spray. When you use the antidote spray, the killer is given your location through a noise notification and a little like visual heartbeat thing. Alright, this game is probably going to go into end game. Unless I do some stupid shit like that. Wait, no, nothing. I was about to say maybe not, unless I do some stupid shit. Damn.
I'll see you dead.
Alright, where are you guys going? Both immediately get around that gate. I don't know if I make that. No, I make it, I make it. I so make that. She didn't hit anything, so she wasn't injured, which sucks, but oh well. Oh, she messed up. She messed up big time. Okay, I'm gonna hook you basement and hope that the other girl left so I can get a barbecue read. Barbecue shows you the auras of all survivors 40 plus meters away from the hook you hooked on. Alright, you're going for hatch now. I'm guessing they brought a main building hatch offering. If they did, you get hatch GG's. If you didn't, I'm coming for your ass. Ah, she opened the gate. Good job, GG. We must have passed each other going around. Alrighty, GG. Alrighty. Well, I'll be at JCPenney's at noon. JCPenney at noon. I'm not going to immediately try to give you a hug or anything. I don't know how you feel. So I'm just gonna follow what you do. If you give me a hug, you give me a hug. If you slap me across the face, slap me across the face. I probably deserve it. Do whatever you like. Just know, I love you so very much. Now, go get some sleep so you don't fail your classes tomorrow. And I am also gonna go and get some sleep, alright? Love you.